Hi guys, welcome back to In the Now. This is a series where we get to know more about the people who have been around us for a long time in the community. And today we have Famillia, who you might also know more as ReaganKathryn.
Hi guys!
So, before we go into the questions, do you want to give yourself a shout out to all the places that people can find you?
Oh, yeah. You guys can find me at ReaganKathryn pretty much everywhere on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of the above. I try to make it easy, except for Mabby, I guess. You can find me as ReaganKathryn except for anywhere on Mabby.
Yes, you're just Famillia.
I go incognito.
I will have all of her links in the description, by the way, if you want to check those out. So, yeah. So going into the questions, how long have you been playing for?
Oh my god. Okay, so I started playing Mabby in 2009, kind of around the same time that the area update happened. So I started playing as an elf, which is Famillia. So now looking back with all of the elf nerfs, I'm like, oh no. And also because I can't sit on giant shoulders, which is really sad. But yeah, I've been playing since 2009 and I'm attached to this stupid little elf. She's very fast.
Gosh. Same time as me though. We talked about this before we even did the interview. But yeah, same time, 2009, around area, yeah. It's such a great time.
It's also just crazy because I took a really long break when I went to college.
Okay.
And so it's crazy to kind of come back after such a long break and then just see how like everything is different now. Because sometimes I'll sit and I'll like message the people in my guild and I'm like, this used to be like this, right? Like I'm not crazy. I was like, we used to have to wait a month to rebirth, right?
Oh yeah.
And we got dyes. We used to get dyes for rebirthing. And they were like, yes, Reagan. And I feel like an old person that's like, back in my day.
But I mean, it's so true though. Like if you've been gone for so long, like that's a huge thing with the game.
And I'm just like, I'm like, the other day I was like, we used to have to log into each character individually to get our daily items, right? And they were like, oh my god, I'm pretty sure they're gonna put me in a nursing home soon.
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm glad they didn't. That'd be, oh my gosh, a nursing home in Mabby.
For all of us, like, old players.
That's like the whole community. It's all of us.
We're all in a nursing home together. To be fair, that's like, when I get old, I want to be in a nursing home with all my friends.
Oh my god, that would be like the dream. Although at the same time, we might all get on each other's nerves, and that would be a bad thing.
That would be bad.
But let's stay on the positive note.
We're like 2 minutes in and we're already in like nursing homes. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So actually, staying on that topic, why is your character's name Famillia versus ReaganKathryn?
I actually created Bammy before I even did cosplay or anything. So ReaganKathryn is the theme that I go by for like cosplay and hosting and voice acting and all of that type of stuff. But Fammy came before that, so she's been around before I did any of that, which is why her name isn't Reagan. Also, it's kind of nice. I don't know. This is kind of like it's your fantasy life. I don't have to be me in it, which is really fun. Her name is Famillia specifically because my friend in high school was like, you have to play this game with me. And I was like, okay. And she was like, okay, but we have to come up with a cool name. And I was like, okay, I'm not good at that. You come up with it for me. And so she did. And then literally now everyone thinks I speak Spanish because it's so close to how you say family in Spanish. And I was like, oh, this was unintended.
I didn't even know that.
Yep.
Wow. I think it sounds cute.
Myself, but thanks. I like it.
But I guess that's from someone who doesn't speak Spanish. So.
Yeah, so sometimes I'll have people walk up to me and start speaking Spanish to me, and I'm like, oh no, I'm really sorry to now crush your dreams.
Yikes. But that's an interesting fact, though. Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she basically like drew how she thought that my character should look. and like gave input like with all of like the 2009 hairstyles that you could get.
That's adorable.
And like helped me name it. Would like named some of my pets from like way back when too. So one of my pets is actually named Rhea, and then Fire Emblem came out, and with Rhea, and I was like, oh, I wish I just would have swapped it and made my name Rhea and the horse's name Famillia. But it's too late now.
It's okay. It's gone down in history. So do you want to talk a little bit more about your cosplays? Because that's like a huge thing for you, right?
Yeah, so I've been...
Before you continue, also, if you have any pictures as well...
oh, yes.
While you're describing your cosplays, I can, like, put pictures in for people to see.
Wait, let's see.
Pick your best ones.
But yeah, so I've actually been cosplaying since 2006.
Wow!
Which I guess that now that seems like a long time. What is that, like?
It does.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. Math is hard at 10 a.m. But cosplaying for a while, I started by going to a convention called Anime Los Angeles. It's in Ontario, California, and one of my friends had invited me, and I was like, oh, okay, what do we do? And they're like, oh, you wear a costume. And I was like, I love wearing costumes. This sounds great.
This is perfect.
And then I went to this convention dressed as Rapunzel, so it was like a mashup of Rapunzel and Rey from Star Wars, because the movie had just come out, the first Star Wars. And everyone was like, this is so cool, and I was like, ah, thanks, everyone's so nice, this is so much fun. Aww. And then I met a couple people, and they're like, yeah, we do this as a job. And I was like, you guys can do this as a job? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, okay, I want to do this. This is so much fun. And I moved to California kind of shortly after, because I had just graduated college in Louisiana, and obviously my family is in Nevada, so I didn't want to be that far away from them.
I will pretend I know how far the distance between places are in the United States, because I'm in Canada, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Sounds far.
Very, very far. Louisiana and California, it's like a 3-day drive.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Whereas Nevada to California is a 4-hour drive.
Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty
short. So that's the difference. So like 4 hours is a really good distance to be away from your family.
Yeah.
It's not too far, but not too close.
Yeah.
Whereas 3 days is too far.
Yep.
And so I moved to California. I got a job working as a princess and then a mermaid. And I just continued doing kind of cosplay and got really lucky. Worked really, really hard. I would basically like go to work and then come home and sew all through the night as I was like trying to teach myself how to sew and how to do everything. So like when the sun was coming up, I was like, oh my god, I gotta get an hour of sleep, and would go back to sleep and then get up and go to work and come do it all over again. So those were some like sleepless nights, which I don't suggest. You should sleep. I am now in the mode where I'm like, it's 10 o'clock, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
But as I was kind of like learning everything, and I got really lucky. I met some amazing people and was super fortunate enough to be able to kind of start doing it as a job. So now I've gotten the really fun opportunity to work with a bunch of different companies. And so how I started with Nexon was I actually reached out for MapleStory, and I got to debut the Pathfinder character class at the MapleStory Fest.
Oh, wait a minute!
Really exciting.
I think that's weird because I think I remember that, because I think that's weird because I don't even like play MapleStory.
Yeah, so they were like, hey, I got messages and like, hey, do you know of this company called Nexon? And I was like, oh my god, I used to play Mabinogi like all the time. And they were like, oh, we want you to do a MapleStory one. And I was like, okay, this is great. And so I worked super hard, made the whole MapleStory Pathfinder. And then I remember being at the event and I was like, hey, if you guys ever have anything for Mabby, I'm a really big fan. I'd love to do it. And so a couple of months later, they messaged me and they're like, hey, we do this show called Break Time with Fergus.
Oh, yeah, you're on that as well, right?
Yeah, and so they're like, we're doing the eco update for spirit weapons, and we want you to come be the blunt weapon, or one of the spirit weapons.
Just
and I was
saying,
like,
that's my favorite eco.
She is mine too.
So perfect.
Yes, and so I made that one and came on the break time, and it was so much fun. I had such a blast. Everyone was so nice. And then we did a break time reunion show later for a Twitch, and I met some of the people from the community, and they were kind of like telling me about all of the new updates, because like I used to play on Tarlach, and now
Me too.
now yeah, Tarlach. And so they were like, you should come back, like you should come play with us, and I was like, yeah, if you'll play with me, because I had tried to come back a couple times, but like I didn't know anyone, and I think that Mabby is so much more fun when you have friends to play it with. But I'm really shy, and so I not knowing people going in and trying to come back was really hard.
Yeah.
So I was like, how do I talk to people? What if they all hate me? Oh my god, I don't know. But met some people, so like Light Snake and Daisy and my best Mabby friend Gramps, and so they basically were super great and helped me kind of come back into the world. And then that's how I met everyone at Lethal Drive, so like Marrow and Pax, which has been super great, and they're just like all my best friends now, and it's so much fun to be able to come back and now play. So I think I've been back for like a year now. A little over a year now. That's
so weird. Like, it seems like you would have been playing longer, or well, like you have, but like haven't, but you have, but you haven't.
Yeah, because well, I mean, I played for like since I played 2009 to 2013,
and like long breaks between,
and then a really as I was doing like cosplay in college, because in college I had to have a Mac, so so I had to have a Mac, so then you can't really play well on a Mac. So then that kind of was like a forced stop, and then I tried to come back a couple times when I finally got a PC again, but I was like, didn't know who to talk to or play with, and so I got too intimidated, and then finally came back for real once I met, like, again, Gramps and everyone at Lethal Drive.
I know a lot of the people that you mentioned, and they're all super nice, so I'm so excited that you got to meet them and are good friends with them. Specifically, like, so Gramps is so great.
Oh my god, he's the best. I was just basically like, hello. He was like, yeah, hi, I'll help you get back in. And I was like, no, you're my new best friend. And he was like, what? And I was like, it's too late. Put this meet cute bracelet on. We're best friends now.
Oh, I didn't know you guys had that. That's so cute. I was gonna say, actually, so before I did In the Now, I did a thing called Tarlach Time. That was like the predecessor of this, and I actually did a Tarlach Time with Gramps. So you maybe might want to go see that little nostalgic little thing after, but I can send it to you after, but yeah.
Yes, please. Yeah, literally, I was like, oh, and he was like, yeah, cool, and we'll be friends. And I was like, yeah, best friends. And he was like, I mean, and I was like, no, it's fine. Best friends.
It was forced, no?
It's fine. I didn't force him into this at all. He chose it of his own will. It was free will, I promise.
All right. So there is actually a lot of information, it seems, to go on with you. So this might. I'm just gonna tell people now that this might be a little bit longer than usual, but that's okay. I want to get the most out of it. No, it's okay. I know that makes it sound like, oh, you talk too much, but
this girl is talking a lot.
No, but like you have a lot of details that I didn't actually know were like, a thing or anything. Like
everything is weirdly connected.
Yeah, like I was just told or like recommended to interview you, so like I just went with that. I didn't know this much about you, so
I guess that's why we do it, so you could like learn.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's go into the next question though. So what's your favorite NPC?
Oh my gosh, my favorite NPC. Okay. So, obviously, everyone likes Purgus a lot, but when I was playing through the newest generation, oh my gosh, so the beginning questline of like the new generation. This is a spoiler for anyone who hasn't played it yet. It's like a mini spoiler. So shut your ears off. But at the beginning, you are going around and collecting the things for Eton's dress, and the two little precious sewing NPCs, the one in Taltian, who I have to look up her name. Oh my god, give me a second. What is her name? Because I literally put it in the Mabby like Soul Streamer server, and I was like, oh my god, you guys did this. This is me. Why did you do this to me? Oh, help. Brenda.
Brenda.
Okay.
Wait,
Brenda.
I need to look her up. One sec.
Because it's Taltian who goes to Taltian besides for
Oh, is she? Hold on. Is she the little girl with the red hair? Or not little?
Yeah,
she's not little, but.
I mean, she is kind of little. She was like she has the 2 braids.
Oh yeah, there she is. Yeah, I see her now.
Brenda. So in it, Brenda, like, they put her, and she has like all of these like dark circles under her eyes, and she's like, I had to stay up like all night forever to sew this dress, but it's done. I did it. And she was literally sewing the Eton dress, and I was like, and literally right before the generation came out, I made Eton for Mabby.
Yeah, for your cosplay, yeah.
Yeah, and so that was literally me sewing it, like, and because they wanted it to come out around the same time as the new generation, and so it wasn't that much time, but I wanted to do a really good job, so like I remember sending it to them, and I was like, it's done. I didn't sleep, but I did it. And then that was in the generation. I was like, I know you guys didn't put this in here because of me, but this is highly relatable content.
You are Brenda.
Specifically. So now I was like, man, I cosplay like the blunt weapon and now and Eton, but I'm just Brenda. I'm just a little NPC from Paltian, Brenda. So that's me. She's my favorite.
That's so cute. It's funny because I would have thought that you pronounce it Eton, I think. Yeah, that's what you just.
Eton.
Yeah.
Eton.
I thought that she would be your favorite, but that's so cute, little Brenda. Oh,
little Brenda. Brenda is my favorite.
That's adorable. So, you have your little companion with you, all the time, Obi.
Obi!
Do you want to talk about Obi and then send me pictures? We can show them.
Oh my gosh! For a second, I was like, "Are you talking about playing Obi in game?" So I also have an Obi in game.
Oh.
He's my pet that I do everything with. That he's almost 10K. I'm gonna be so excited when he gets 10K.
Oh my gosh!
He's named after my in real life buddy, whose name is Obi, and he's the best boy ever. I love him so much. He just got 3 of his teeth taken out.
Oh, is his tongue doing the thing where
yeah, his tongue is.
Oh my gosh!
I'll send you a photo because he's just doing little blips with his tongue, and I'm like, my heart can't handle it.
Oh,
I can't handle it. He's my best friend in the whole world.
Yeah, I've seen him like around because he's just so much in your life.
Yeah, I got him. So I've almost had him a year. So I got him last October.
Aww.
And so like before I would like post pictures of myself and my costumes and the things that I made. And now I'm like, would you like to see a photo of my dog?
Oh, he's a baby.
My social media is like, what if you post? They're like, we like your dog, but what if you also posted you? And I was like, and my dog? And they're like, yeah, and you. And I'm like, uh-huh.
So my dog.
Just dog? Yeah. I just like look at him. He's the cutest thing ever. I love him so much. He's the first like pet that I've ever had too. So I'm sure that's like why I'm extra.
He is the true vision.
Yeah. So I'll send you so many photos. I dress him up in cosplay now.
Oh
so
my god.
I did an Obito from Naruto, and then I did a Tanjiro from Demon Slayer.
That's
because
adorable.
I'm a nerd.
Oh my gosh.
So I keep dressing him up. But I was like, oh my gosh, but I can dress him up as Tanjiro because he is a white Pomeranian, but he has like little black markings, and he has the same side and same like brown marking as Tanjiro does with his like sunspot. And I was like, this is the best thing ever.
That's awesome.
So I'll send you that photo because it's like my lock screen.
Oh. Oh my gosh, whenever you love your pets, you just have to have it as your lock screen.
So, like, my lock screen is Obi, and then my, like, phone background is actually, like, a photo of me, Gramps, Pax, and Marrow from the
that's
Festia
so
of it.
Sweet. Aww.
I'll be like, okay, look, we're all really cute. Everyone come stand around here. We're taking a photo. And they're like, Reagan, another one? And I'm like, stand. I feel like I'm like a mom with, like, all of their kids who are going to prom. More photos.
Except you're short.
Except I'm the little one. I'm a little gremlin. They'll just make fun of me. They're like, oh, watch out for the little gremlin. She's
Here, I'll show you guys.
Out.
I'll show you guys. I'm sitting on a tiny little star. I'm showing them how short you are.
How little I
am. I mean, at least it's not a tin pot. Just saying.
No, I am a 9 pot. I am 10.
No, the tin pot where it makes you like really, really tiny. I would show you, but
Oh, the itty bitty one where you're like a little bobblehead.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So at least we had that.
No, if I was too little, I wouldn't match Marrow, and it would be bad.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. You have to match your twin. You have to.
I gotta match the twin.
It's just the rules. It's the Famillia rules.
I didn't make the rules. I just made them and forced him to follow along with them.
Yes, exactly. Perfect.
Exactly.
Oh, all right. So, last thing. This is the one you got ready for. The one that I asked you to get ready for. It is the advice.
Oh my gosh. You did.
What kind of advice? Did you? Is this gonna be off the top of your head?
This is gonna be off the top of my head.
Okay. Well,
I think I've even had like a whole week to prepare for it. So I guess my advice would be like, if you have to prepare for things, you should probably prepare for them, unlike me.
But I mean, do you want that to be your advice?
No, that's bad advice. I mean, it's good. It's good advice, but it's bad advice.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
But yeah, it can be for in-game or in real. It's up to you. But yeah.
I guess kind of one of the things that I say a lot. So, in the cosplay world and convention world, sometimes I get to teach panels, or I host panels at different conventions, and one that is my favorite is called like Cosplay and Confidence, because I like the biggest thing that I get told is they're like, oh, I want to cosplay, or like I want to do this, or I want to play this game, or I want to host a show, different things like that, and like wanting to but being kind of afraid. And the thing that we always say is, I'm like, hey, you should just do it afraid, because life is really scary. And it doesn't really get less scary, but like everything worth doing, you should do afraid. And it gets a little bit easier every time. Like I remember the first couple of times I did cosplays at conventions, I would like cry in the bathroom beforehand because I was so nervous to like go out and be in like the convention world and like talk to people, and I would like cry in the bathroom and call my mom, and my mom was like, oh, are you crying in the bathroom again, Reagan? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, well, you're gonna look great, it's gonna be fine. And then my dad would always be like, just go out there afraid, it's gonna be great, you're gonna be so happy you did it. And like everything that I've been wanted to do but like been afraid to do and have done has been it's always worked out really great. Like streaming, I used to cry before I would start my stream every time.
Yeah.
I don't cry anymore unless people get too nice to me on streams, and then sometimes
I also you just cry. Really?
Yeah, look, I am like a big cry baby of a person.
No, that's okay. That's normal.
I like to think that I'm a cool Sailor Scout. I'm like Mercury or like Mars, and then I watch it and I'm like, oh no, I'm so cliche. I'm stupid Asagi.
Oh.
I just want to eat and cry. This is too relatable.
But I feel like that's a part of being human.
Yeah, exactly. But again, and so is being afraid. So my advice to everyone is always like, hey, if you really want to do something, like, you're the only thing stopping you, so go do it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna be so proud of you.
I wish I had people that supported me that like would tell me like, hey, just go do it anyway, you're gonna look great.
It'll be me. Go do it. Send me photos.
Aww.
I want to see. I have a whole Discord where we have like a channel for like work in progress for people's costumes and like advice for like, so like if you get stuck on how to make something, I have a channel for it. And then we have like a costume share channel, and most importantly, we have a pet share channel. Because it just turns into being so much OP.
Yeah.
But just to try and help people, because to me, cosplay changed my life. And if people want to do it, I'm like, yeah, you should do it.
Aw.
Let me help you.
That's so sweet. All right, well, that is really good advice.
Hey!
So
I totally planned it for a solid week.
Yeah, you totally did. Totally
planned it.
Honestly, that was good off the spot, though. Or off the spot? Yeah. You know
top
what I mean.
head.
Yeah, top, yeah, that thing.
There we go. Head, brain.
But yeah, so thank you for doing this with me.
No, thank you so much for having me.
Even if it was a little bit of a long one. I know people usually like the shorter ones, but I feel like I need to get the most out of someone, like, truthfully, you know? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, we only really learn about people, like, by taking the time. to get to know someone. So
yeah, and I'm like a big rambler. I'll ramble forever. But yeah, thank you so much. This was super fun. And again, like I said, I just came back and I'm having so much fun being able to meet everyone and talk to everyone. Because again, I'm just this like secret, big, shy, small elf that's like, be my friend.
I hope people will see this and then they'll like see you in game and be your friend or something. This happened before, so
oh my gosh.
But yeah, if you see her, you know, go say hi. And
I'm very nice.
Yeah, she's very nice. She's very much, you know, rooted into the community now, so
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so
awesome.
I will see you all in the now. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.